It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Okay. That Saint Bernard is on the map and they don't play. Ask me how I know I'm from around the way. What's going on, y'all? Now listen, it's 3 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. And we're still going. And I can't get enough of your loving. I'm sorry. I got carried away. I'm feeling good today. How y'all doing? It's 3 o'clock. I know it's later than normal, but I had somebody coming over here looking at some shelves for me from my wall. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I had to run all up and through Lowe's. I hated that I had to go through Lowe's with the man because I told him I don't like going in Lowe's and Home Depot with men. I like going by myself and say, hi, can you help me? I don't know what this is. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about anything. But can you help me with this light? Do you think this light is gonna go? I like to go do that. You see what I'm saying? And when I'm with a man in Lowe's and Home Depot, like I told the man, I don't like going in there with you because they're gonna automatically assume we together and nobody's gonna flirt with me. You see what I'm saying? So long story short, we go to Lowe's, we get the wood, he looking at it or whatever. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it kind of messed up my little day, my little Lowe's day, but it is what it is. That's why I'm late, y'all. Sorry about that, but I'm here. That's all that matters. Now, we got a few things to discuss, y'all. Lil Meech is broke, okay? I'm going to find me a husband in Lowe's. Listen, I love me a man who works with his hands. Ooh. Yes, ma'am. A man who works with them hands, woo! Only thing better than a man who works with his hands is a man who got enough money where he don't have to work with his hands. You get it? Other than that, I love a man who know how to fix stuff, do stuff. Oh, I don't give a damn if he's just putting in a new light bulb. Hey, boo. You get it? You know, these days, these niggas don't even want to pump gas. So you got to get what you can get. Anyways, so he messed up my Lowe's trip, but I'm going back without him though, because I got to go back and get some more wood. Let me stop. Anyways, girl, let me get back into the show. So we got a show today. We got Lil Meech is broke, and the girl say he on drugs. Now, how many times people gonna come out and tell y'all Meech is on that stuff? We been knew Meech was on that stuff. I'm waiting for y'all to catch up. Charlie Kirk's Fune was today. The Clears gathered around. Now, this is big because, normally Clears don't do funerals. They don't do funerals. They normally do a memorial. The Clears put their black on. If they do that, they go down. You got 5 minutes in the whole memorial. You see what I'm saying? Say your little 1-2s. Get up out of here. We got stuff to do. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no casket normally with them. They normally burn your ass up, have you sitting up in front of the memorial in a base. Okay? You got 5 seconds, everybody. Matter of fact, most people don't even like speaking at Clear people funerals, but this one, Charlie Kirk, they getting tattoos. The Clears are losing their mind. You know what I'm saying? And they went viral because they went, and put it on the internet. And we're going to check out the Clears in their funeral. I bet you they ain't have no real, fire gospel choir. And I know the repast. Girl, please. I already know that repast was trash. We not even they had carrots and stuff at the repast. Girl, don't, peanuts and stuff, girl, that would send me. You feel what I'm saying? Anyways, we gonna get into Charlie Kirk's Fune, and of course, Cardi is mad and crashing out because people say she's a dummy. Well, find a liar, scratch a thief. Is that how it go? What the lady say? Scratch a lie, find a thief. Whatever. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Cardi is stupid, and we're gonna get into it. Y'all, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Right Lady Brown Bird. It wasn't a funeral. It was a political networking seminar with a dead body. There you go. Listen, Trump has been capitalizing ever since Charlie Kirk got popped in the neck. I don't know why y'all haven't caught on to that. Listen, every interview, anytime them people ask Trump how he feeling about Charlie Kirk, he be like, "Oh, Charlie, yeah, he gone." But you know, me and Melania was thinking about painting the back room black the other day, but we decided, given the circumstances, that we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna go with a purple. You know what I'm saying? That's really how Trump be talking when it come out. He don't care. He is taking, I'm telling you, now this is all alleged conspiracy theory. This is my conspiracy theory. I told y'all. It's giving, set the nigga up, pop him up, show up to the funeral, kiss the mama. Oh, that was my boy. Then find out later, 6 months to a year, it was the one. Oh, my boy, my partner, my dog. It was him. I'm not saying that's what it is. I say that's what it gave. And if that's the case, that would really be a killing of two birds with one stone. No pun intended. And the reason I'm saying that is because not only do you get him out the way and out the paint, then you get to use getting him out the paint as advertisement. Like if you were on that type of time. I don't know. But we're going to get into all of that, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Girl, why am I watching this? I don't care about that. So, y'all, I want to show y'all a couple of little honorable mentions really quickly. And why was Saucy carried out of a McDonald's? Out of curiosity. Does anybody know why Saucy was carried out of McDonald's? And I wasn't even trying to talk about this, but since it's still here, let's Joce. Why was Saucy wheeled out of a McDonald's? Where was this? Waffle House? What is this? I know that yellow curb. That's Waffle House.
Hold on. This Saucy Santana, y'all.
Baby, if I don't know nothing, I know that yellow curb. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? How Top Cats be saying, do you hear me? If I don't know nothing, listen to me and listen to me good. I know that yellow curb. Oh, yes, I do. Know it like the back of my hand. I seen the curb and I knew where we was. Waffle House. Now, why is he in there getting wheeled out of there?
Saucy done passed out in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta at this Waffle House off of Roswell, and they said Saucy Santana in there.
Wait, I don't know if that's Saucy. That person looked like he had a little. I don't know. I don't even know if this is real. Was that Saucy? Get in the comments. The recording was too much. I hope he okay. Scroll down. I need somebody in the comments to confirm. Was that Saucy? Oh, I hope not. Well, if it was, prayers up to Saucy. He might want to lay off the Waffle House. And let me say this too. All y'all up in here, get me up here. Let me say this. All y'all up in here, we got to start making better choices. Oh, I forgot to do my housekeeping anyway. We got to start making better choices. And it's not about weight. It's about health, okay? But I'm just saying, like, we got to start making better choices. So make sure you guys are out there grounding. I hope you guys have been grounding. Make sure you're meditating and or grounding at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. Get rid of your earbuds, your watches, your phone. Leave it away and just go and take 10 to 15 minutes and put your bare feet to the soil and just let your feet ground. It's going to ground your energy. It's going to ground your thoughts. It's going to ground your creativity. It is going to help you organize in your head. That helps you organize all around. Okay. Also, and Sean Mack said, I'm trying. I know. And listen, it takes discipline to make your brain sit still. Keep doing it. It'll do it. I was talking to a friend of mine and telling her that counting sheep really worked. Did y'all know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew counting sheep really worked. I think that's probably how I learned to train my mind, because years ago I used to have trouble falling asleep. And something said count sheep, because I always seen it on the TV. And no cap, a few times I've counted sheep and woke up and forgot where I left off. It's a training mechanism to train your mind to sit still, to not have all the other distractions going on. Something as small and simple as closing your eyes and only focus on counting sheep. Is y'all eyes like this when you close them? You be seeing them little spots, not spots, but like stuff moving around. I was using those and making those sheep, and I was just sitting there counting them, 2, 3, and before I knew it, it was the next morning. But I'm saying this is a mechanism to control your mind or train your mind, to just sit still. So maybe that'll help for some people. But either way, keep going. It'll work. Trust me, keep going. Also, do your genealogy. Make sure you do your genealogy. That's a family tree. Find out who you are and where you are in the story. Let me say this too, because I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. We went out for dinner. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I had to tell him this because he has family that he stopped at that came off of a boat through Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, Charleston. His family came, one on his paternal side of the family, they came off a boat through Charleston. Now, because the enemy, the powers that be, has us thinking that we all came from a boat from Africa, this person automatically assumes that because his people was on a boat, that boat had to come from Africa. So when I asked him, he said, for sure we have African in our family because I have family members who came or a family member who came off of a boat. Let me make this clear because this is why they did it like this. They made it very, very hard to maneuver through if you don't know what you're looking at. There was a thing called the intra-American slave trade. This intra-American slave trade was taking people and transporting them from North America to South America, to the islands, to the Caribbean islands, and even within the same island. So you can be a slave being shipped from Virginia, and now you're going to be shipped to New Orleans to go work. You know, it kind of reminds you of being extradited in prison. Put a 3 in the chat if you know what being extradited when you go into jail or prison or something like that. If you understand the concept of being extradited to prison, that's the same concept that the intra-American slave trade was. Remember, it was a bunch of prisoners of war. If you got caught or if you got captured, they taking you and putting you wherever they want you to go. That part of the story is true. Now, the intra-American slave trade is the same thing like today. You might go to court for a situation, and they might, especially if you're doing fair time, they might tell you, okay, you're going to do your fair time in this state. It's the same thing. So you're going to find that when you're doing your genealogy, you're going to see people come off boats. That's cool. In the intra-American slave trade database, there is a way, if you know your ancestors' name and the port they came through, you can find if your ancestors truly came off that boat. And if they did, it will not only show you the captain that was on the boat, it will also show you where the boat came from. It's not hard. The enemy put fake roadblocks in the way to discourage you. It's really not that hard. And that intra-American slave trade stuff is literally on it's online. You can Google it. And I want to say I've posted a link to it to my wall. If not, I'll definitely make sure I do that again if y'all remind me. But seriously though, look into that. Just because you have family coming off a boat does not mean the boat came from Africa. That's a mind trick. So again, make sure y'all are doing your genealogy. This is very important. We're in the fight for reparations. We're in the fight for our rights. We're in the fight for what's due to us. So please, 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 your genealogy is the only way you're going to get it. That's the only way. Do your genealogy, okay? Now, with that being said, did I miss anything? I want to say I got everything. Yeah, I want to say I got everything. Yeah, I think that's it. Y'all like the video. Let me catch these super chats right quick. Sorry, y'all. I was eating some bananas and grapes before I came on here. Y'all, I've been trying to eat better. And let me tell you something. I went to a restaurant in Atlanta. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all yesterday about my self-care day. Saturday, I did a self-care day. I just decided that, I do so much. I just needed to take care of me. So what I did was I ordered me a massage. I went to a massage parlor, got me a 80-minute massage. Yes, one of the 80 minutes. And it was an Asian dude. Very soft hands, mind you. Very, very soft hands. I started to see why the men like to go to the Asian people to get their TSs because they're very soft people. I never touched the Asian's hand, but when he was massaging, I was just like, oh, anyway, I'm off topic. So I went and got a massage. And then after that, I went and got, I went to dinner. And when I went to dinner, because I've been trying to clean up the way I eat, I had some lamb chops and some macaroni and cheese and some yams and some greens, and it was so good. But my body was just kind of like, okay, girl, just a little bit too much. You're going, but it made me feel good because that tells me that I'm doing right by my body. To where the stuff that we just take in and not even your body don't think twice about, my body's kind of like, okay, girl, not too much, just a little bit. And then after that, I went and saw the movie Him. What is it? Is that the name of the movie, Him? With Marlon Wayans. First of all, let me say this real quickly, and I'm about to move on. When I went into the movie, first of all, I was dressed to impress, spark these niggas' interest. Okay, let's really start there first. Yes, listen, I don't care if I'm with, I like it. Yeah. So I was in there, but I was solo. And they had these 2 security guards. You see what happened to the last security guards? And they was just in awe that I was at the movies dressed to impress by myself, ordering my popcorn and my slushie, scanning my ticket. And one of them was just looking like he kept looking to see if somebody was going to come with me. No, baby, I'm by myself. But either way, I'm going to tell you about the movie. The movie, I don't want to give it away. It's not bad. It's just not as great as I thought it should have been. Whatever point it was trying to prove, I think it proved it. It's just, it was a lot of symbolism. It wasn't a bad movie. Was Marlon sacrificing in the movie? The whole movie was about sacrificing. The entire movie was a big sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about the occult and the industry and, highly weird, then it was normal because I know all about that stuff. But if you aren't turned on to that, a lot of stuff went over people's head. And then the stuff that didn't go over people's head, they didn't quite understand it. But either way, not only just with the symbolism, with the stuff, it was just, I didn't get the point, because if the point of the movie was to showcase that there's a dark force in the sports world, then what's the end goal? Now that we know that, which we've already known, now what? We just go back to playing football. And I ain't gonna lie, after I saw that movie Saturday night, Sunday football came on, and I started watching some of them Negroes throwing that pig skin, and I was thinking in my head, I wonder if them niggas went through something like this. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Y'all the ones think that this stuff they be showing y'all is cap. I believe when somebody tell me. I will never tell somebody they lying when they trying to tell me the truth. So I'm different. So when I see it, I go, okay, if they ain't doing exactly that, they're doing something close to it. But either way, when I saw it, I was like, okay, now that we've exposed it, then what? But then I thought about it. Remember, the enemy is at the end of their rope. They have to expose all the things that they've been doing because time is up. Tick, tock. You don't stop. Okay, now let's get into the show. Y'all get the likes up on the video really quickly. Oh, I gotta read these super chats. Nola Gypsy, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much, Nola Gypsy. I appreciate you, baby. And Sierra Jacque, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to y'all. Y'all, please get the likes up. We only have 255 likes, and it's 600 and some people in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I would definitely appreciate you guys if you did so. Now, really quickly, I wanted to get into a couple of honorable mentions really quickly before we get into, I don't know why this thing is doing that. Before we get into, why is it? Oh my God, I can't stand. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. Now, where do we start and where do we begin? Well, let's start with the men in rap. You guys' faves, okay? So I told y'all these niggas was bitches a long time ago, right? I told y'all that it didn't matter how much of a thug y'all want a Young Thug to be, he will always and forever be a biatch, you know? And he's been taking photos that's been really suspect for a long time. I mean, the dress should have been the hugest getaway, okay? The dress should have been the biggest getaway. However, Young Thug has not been, he's not let up. He has been relentless in coming out and telling us who he is. And here he goes, puckering up for a little flick just to let the girls know he's still outside. And, you know, it made me think about when Kendrick Lamar was telling Drake, when I see you stand next to Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe they real competition. Something you really want to pop ass with them or whatever Kendrick was saying. It made me think about it. My mama always said, show me your friends and it'll tell me a lot about you. And I saw Drake, and then I thought about Thugger, and both of them very loose-wristed acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they loose-wristed. I just say they very loose-wristed acting, you know? And they dress like it, they talk like it, they act like it, you know what I'm saying? Both of them have real bitch mentalities and bitch ways. So it made sense why Thug stood on Drake's side, because they identify with each other. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of, hold on, let me get his little partner up here too. Let me show you how you know they identify. Look at Drake. There you go. And you see, this would make me mad about Black America. I remember when Young Jock got the Temptations haircut, and y'all dragged him, called him looking like a titty, say he looked like a titty or whatever the case may be. And yeah, he did look like a titty. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like somebody ain't titty. He did. And I wasn't saying y'all wrong for saying that. I just feel like, why don't y'all keep the same energy for everybody? Because Drake has always gave very feminine, very bent over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never want to keep the same energy with everybody. The way y'all drag Jock, I feel like y'all should drag Drake in Thugger. Yeah, I think that's only fair. That's only fair. And y'all don't be doing that because y'all be wanting to have y'all picks and chooses or whatever when all them niggas look suspect to me. You feel me? But either way, birds of a feather flock together. Like I said, my mama said, show me your friends, and it'll tell me a lot about you. And there it goes. So first we had Thugger. Then we had Drake. Now, Drake was putting bull rats and all that in his head. So you already know what type of time he on. And I can imagine them clear orange juice people, them old clear orange juice with old withered balls. You know what I'm saying? That look like old raisin sacks with small pellets of balls in them. And when you hold them up, you know what I'm saying? The ball fall all the way to the bottom, but it's buku wrinkly around it. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine the impact from the bike when them clear men from the bike be behind and the impact of that little pellet hitting them. Bite. You know what I'm saying? I could just, oh my God. Oh, girl, how bad do you want to be famous? I don't want to be famous that bad. Hell no. Baby, I don't even want to be rich that bad. And I'm a woman. Do you hear me? I'm a woman and I don't want to be rich that bad. I could imagine, but that's your boy though. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kendrick. He said what he said because he was right. And yeah, Drake is done. Only the Drakeettes will see him further. He's done. Let's move on. So Kanye West got a show or something coming out, and he going off. I saw him going off on Kris Kardashian. And let me say this to you niggas. Oh, Kris really cares about Kanye. I see y'all under the shade room. Oh, you can tell. You can literally tell Kris really cares about Kanye. Look at her. She's taking responsibility. Oh my God. Girl, they the reason why he crazy. Y'all let this fame and internet fool y'all, and it bothers me. It grinds my gears. Kanye was okay when he went to the Kardashians. He ain't been the same since he got there. Now, I'm not saying that they did nothing. All the thing I'm saying is 1 + 1 is always equal 2 to me. Okay? He went in there. He might have been a little thrown off, but he was all right. He come up out of there, and he's a whole new nigga. Now, again, y'all can sit up there, and because they have the Kardashian show, and y'all like following them on the internet, y'all don't think that them people did nothing to Kanye. Them people took his fame, his wealth, extracted his energy, and debilitated him. And if you want to know why he running around here doing crazy stuff, it's because Kanye West knows it and nobody else will listen. I know exactly how he feels to know that somebody or some people are doing something to you and nobody will believe you. Okay, so when he get the wigging out and all that stuff, trust me, that it's a lot of throwing rocks and hiding hands. Okay, but either way, on this show, he started talking about White Lives Matter and how he only wanted to wear the shirt or do the shirt because at first it started out as a joke and then people started taking it seriously. And you know, black people just be sensitive for no reason. Kanye got a shirt that said White Lives Matter. So who gives them? Why? Why does that matter? Who cares? I don't care about Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt any more than I care about Myron Gaines' opinion on Black America. I don't care. I am not going to lose sleep or give my energy to what some rich billionaire want to do. I need you guys to try to follow that same mantra. All that energy you extruding out to other people, what if I told you you can take that energy and put it back into you and in this season reap abundance? What if I told you that? What if I told you all the energy, or at least 2/3 of the energy that you give to social media, that you give to people around you who are energy vampires, that you give to all the people who use you? What if I told you if you took 2/3 of that energy and put it back into you and you would reap abundance? I bet you would do it. But I bet you if I tell you straight up, 80 celebrities siphoning y'all energy, most people would look at me like I'm crazy. So I understand what it feels like to be trying to say something and most of the people looking at you like you crazy. Okay? That part I can't identify with. But either way, he's on there talking about the White Lives Matter thing, and he's kind of, I guess, explaining that. And then at the end, he said something interesting that I wanted to share with y'all. Y'all, check this out. Go sit down.
Thinking that the White Lives Matter was so past the fact that it wouldn't even be funny anymore. And I was wrong. It's really funny. Like, really funny. It's a joke. It was a joke, guys. Everybody knows White Lives don't really matter. It was a joke. Like, what the fuck? Matter of fact, you know what? I decided that I am white. How about that? I'm going to race change.
I ain't gonna lie. Do you know the level of freedom you gotta have to be on the phone with somebody trying to chastise you for some shit? You know, you're like, you know what? I changed my mind. I am white. I'm white as snow. Get the paperwork, file it up. I'm ready to file my paperwork. You see what I'm saying? That's a level of freedom most would never understand. But I'm just saying, I just thought that was, wild. You know what? I am white.
If that t-shirt don't have White Lives Matter on, then I quit. Why? Because I'm able to fuck I want. And I'm not screaming at you, but period. On Virgil, on my mama, on my family, on my kids.
Now, what Virgil, your mama, your family, your kids had to do with that? And then furthermore, Kanye, damn. Okay, you in there hollering at them people because you want to do what you want to do, and that's cool, or whatever. But don't be putting all that on all them people. Virgil, your mom and them ain't had nothing to do with that. Put that on you. Don't put it on. How that girl said on me. Put it on you. Don't put that on them people.
They trying to sexualize. I write whatever the fuck I want when I want. It's fucking words. They're killing us with McDonald's.
Facts.
They're killing our ability to think outside of the fucking box.
Facts.
I was thinking that
that's the part I wanted to touch on. The last part when he said they're killing us with McDonald's and they're killing our ability to think outside the box. We are in heavy spiritual warfare, and God is waking up his people. And if you is around here feeding your face and your children's face, fast food and all this craziness, you are going to stunt your consciousness growth. You will block your ways and avenues in which to reach the Most High and the ancestors and the angels, okay? I'm not saying don't eat it. What I'm saying to you guys is we have to start thinking more intelligently, okay? The poison is literally coming through the fast food. I haven't eaten fast food in so long, I don't even think my body would accept it. Not because what I know now, just because something about it just was like, yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. What I'm asking you guys is, if you can try to curtail on a little bit of the fast food, you will see a huge difference, not just in your belly, but in your life, because that stuff literally stunts your growth. That's why they put this stuff in that food and put certain restaurants in your neighborhoods to keep you mentally enslaved. Okay, so we have to be mindful of that. So try to curtail that as far as the McDonald's. But when Kanye started going off at the end saying they killing our ability to think, that's what this is all about. Because if we start to use our brains, we can think our way out of here. What do I mean by that? I was watching The Matrix. I watched the first one and the second one. I'm going to watch the third one again because I wanted to rewatch it at the level of consciousness that I'm at. And what I'm realizing and what I realized then, but I didn't realize to this depth was Keanu Reeves, who played Neo, that whole story is not about nobody but Black people. Do you hear me? The place that they were trying to save people in the movie Matrix, the place that they were trying to save and get people to was where? Zion. Zion, okay? That's us. That movie, if you take Keanu Reeves' face off that movie and replace the whole cast with Black, then you understand that that movie is about them being able to understand that raised awareness and level of consciousness will be raised and there will be a new norm. I'll give you another example to show you this. If you ever looked at any Avengers movie or any of that, you'll notice in the movies that these regular people are sitting amongst these quote unquote superheroes and they're doing politics and stuff like that. That is real life. For the people who think I'm talking crazy, I'm not even talking to you. But for the people who I'm sparking any sort of interest in, listen to me. There is a calling out here to get you out here to get in touch with your ancestors. The keys to all of this is within us, is in God, and which is within us. I'm sorry. And it is also with the ancestors, guided by the ancestors. For those who are chosen, for those who are called, this is your time. You want to get out of these loops you in, you need to start making changes. I am only here to give you the message. I can't make you do nothing. Okay? However, what I'm saying is there's a call going on right now. It's some real stuff happening on the spiritual realm. It's more people dealing in witchcraft than you could ever imagine. Most of the people standing next to you saying, I never do witchcraft. They the ones doing the witchcraft on you. Those, I don't know about that. Ooh, girl, I would never. Them the ones behind the scenes trying to put rips on you. And you don't even know it. Okay, so with that being said, the part I wanted to bring out was him saying they're trying to kill our ability to think. That's what this whole game has been about since the beginning, y'all. Do your genealogy, get out there and meditate and ground, okay? All them stories that they had, all them hero stories, all of that is about us. That's it, okay? Let's move on, y'all. Now, I want to get into Lil Meech getting called out because Lil Meech, we've already talked about this, y'all. You know, how many more people got to come out and show us or say and tell us that Lil Meech is broke and he on drugs? At this point in time, who doesn't believe that Lil Meech is broke and on drugs? First of all, he has crackhead activities. He does crackhead activities all the time. This nigga will have a chain on with no money in his pocket. We've allegedly seen him dozing off, nodding off, and all of that stuff. You already know what type of time he on. 50 done came out and told you. All types of people done came out and told you. We already know that Meech is probably, allegedly, maybe, possibly addicted to some type of drugs and can't get off. But he needs to go down to rehab because this is not going to work in his favor. I'm telling you now. Let's get into the girl. I guess this is his girlfriend, Selena Powell. I don't know if she's his girlfriend. It says Selena Powell blasts Lil Meech, claims he's a broke addict, got his car repossessed, and living in Floyd Mayweather's apartment with his dad, who's also broke. Well, duh. It says Selena Powell is airing Lil Meech out heavy, posting alleged receipts of him buying him clothes, claiming his Ferrari was repossessed, and saying both he and Meech, or Big Meech, are staying in Floyd Mayweather's apartment. She even dared him to prove he owns the car. At this point, anyone still putting themselves in a predicament to be aired out by Selena deserves everything that she's giving them. Let me say this. If anybody thought Big Meech came home with money, you a new age fool. You guys watch TV and y'all really think that that's real life. When Meech went to jail, they took all his money from him. What made you think he was going to come home with money? And it made sense when I saw him over there linking up with Floyd and them, because that's what Floyd do. They stay letting somebody sleep on the couch or having a room or something like that. Hell, Ray J was damn near over there bumming. And you know Ray J don't need the bum. But Ray J used to be damn near over there bumming by Floyd. Floyd got that type of house for the people he rolled with. So it don't surprise me that Big Meech was over there chilling. Or staying. I think what surprises me is that people really thought that Big Meech had money. Y'all getting caught on the show. BMF, at least you can wish me luck, head ass. Girl, that ain't real. Now let's get into what's going on. Girl, y'all done drove me crazy, girl. Meech been broke and poor. Let's get into it.
Delete this stuff. This is my reputation, bro. I apologize for saying what I said to you. Please, man.
You said it was capped, though. What was capped, Demetrius?
Selena, I said that to get the post deleted, Selena.
Okay. Right. But now you want to make me look like a liar in front of the internet. It's crazy, Demetrius.
That's not how I tried to make you seem. I apologize for that. Begging you, please, delete this stuff.
Look at my son. I might just have to F his daddy now. Oh my God. What? Who said that? Look at my son. I might just have to F his daddy now. Selena, you that type of girl? I mean, respect, but girl. Can't believe I had to do that to him, but oh well. Oh, I don't know, Selena. I'll give you 20K right now if you can show me you have a car, Demetrius. Oh, not Demetrius. Not Demetrius. You know, when you say somebody's whole name, you know their social security number. You know what I'm saying? You done paid bills for them and stuff. You know, Demetrius. Like, yeah, like, girl, like, yeah, like you put me down on your next to kin one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, Demetrius, what is going on? Then she goes on to say, oh no, she said she'll give you 20K if he can prove he got a call. And look at him riding bitch. That's him riding bitch. That sure is. Listen, let me tell y'all something. One thing about it, two things for sure. Okay, if you Big Meech or Little Meech and you on the BMF show making people think you really outside like this, you can't be riding bitch. You have to be in the driver's seat or in the bike with a driver in the front. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all that I believe he had a drug problem, and I told y'all he was poor when 50 said he spent all that money on jeans and didn't have no money for his paw. Okay, but yeah, how many times is he going to get exposed? That's the question. Demetrius, you know what's cap is the fact you keep posting a Ferrari that got repossessed, but you couldn't afford insurance. What? Post the car in real time right now. Let's go, please, please. Oh, she coming for blood. Okay, Selena. Mind you, he living in Floyd Mayweather apartment for free with his daddy because they can't afford rent. Bitch, you think I'd be proud to admit that? Ooh, I care for you like you were my son. You couldn't even afford meals, ho. I connected you with my weed plug because you can't afford to get high. He's 10 pills deep today. He probably forgot he was with me, and that's why he said cap, because ain't no way. This what y'all dealing with running around with Demetrius? This is what the people dealing with to run around with Demetrius? Hello? Ooh. Not you can't afford. She got you weed, and she said you might be 10 pills deep today. Now, that's the part we really need to hone in on. If that boy popping them pills like that, oh my God, that is not good. You said 50 Cent was bullying you while you were in rehab, all while measuring your lean. You wake up and immediately pop pills. Please, Demetrius, I know the real you. Like, do I seriously got to do this right now after I've been chilling? Demetrius. Yeah, it's not looking good for Demetrius. It's not looking good for Demetrius. Well, you know, unless he wants to go to rehab and change his life, he's just going to be another bum. But again, let me tell y'all something. Stop looking at the image on this internet. Stop looking at the image on TV. It's fake. I told y'all it's the same way. Like y'all know people in real life on Facebook and Instagram who be flexing and they really don't have it like that. That's the same thing these celebrities do. Everybody flexing. Everybody is flexing. That's the internet. 99% of what you see is fake. It's not real. Okay, and the fact of the matter is, no matter how many shows, not shows because he don't do no shows, but how many bookings Meech do or anything, he's broke. He's desperate. He's not gonna be able to get himself right until he get off the narcotic. Okay, mind you, can we talk about how the powers that be are the real new drug dealers? And can I say this? This is off topic. There's so much synthetic ganja in the streets, and it really grinds my gears because I'm not used to that. And I just want to say, y'all, be mindful of the za you consume, because the powers that be have taken the old drug dealers off the street from the corner and replaced them with more poison, worse than the poison they gave the first drug dealer. Don't let that go over your head, okay? Now let's move on. Girl, what Wayfair want? Girl, Wayfair, what y'all want? Let's move on. What I ordered? I think I ordered something from Wayfair. All right, let's get into Charlie Kirk's funeral since we're there. So y'all, they done laid CK to rest, y'all. Let's get him up here. Let me see. Here we go. Now we can watch this video. Now a few people came out and spoke. It was a lot of clears. Now, one thing about the clears, they don't cry. They just don't. And I panned around this funeral because I needed to see what I needed to see from my own eyes. And when I tell you, it was a sea of clears as far as the eye could see. It was almost like watching at the end of the ocean. You know how you ever stood on the beach and looked out into the ocean and it looked like the sky met the ocean? It felt like the ceiling met the clears in that sea of clears over there to send Charlie Kirk on down to hell or wherever he going. You see what I'm saying? And in the audience, I just had to find a tear. I just had to. I felt like if I didn't find a tear to prove my mama's theory that clear people don't have tears wrong, then I wouldn't be doing my just due. And as sure as I got a nose on my face, it wasn't a clear tear in sight. Sad faces, but not a tear. And, it goes back to me saying that I need to stop questioning the goats, And when my mama said something, she know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it dry eyes far as the eye could see. Girl, it felt like a Clear Eyes commercial. You got to see it. Y'all like the video. Charlie Kirk gone on to glory, y'all. He gone. Let's get into it. Now, who this is talking? Oh, Tucker Carlson compares him to white Jesus. And to the Negroes, do not get upset. He is like white Jesus. As a matter of fact, he might be better than white Jesus. Do not get upset when they gave you the white Jesus. They won't make them a new Jesus. Let them make it. You mind your business, okay? Let's get into the Fune girl.
It actually reminds me of my favorite story ever. So it's about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and Jesus shows up and he starts talking about the people in power, and he starts doing the worst thing that you can do, which is telling the truth about people, and they hate it, and they just go bonkers. They hate it, and they become obsessed with making him stop. This guy's got to stop talking. We've got to shut this guy up. And I can just sort of picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth about us?
Do you know the irony? This is the level of insanity that these clear people in power have. You have to have a wire missing in your brain. He's telling a story about Jesus, right? First of all, as if he was there. But if this was in present time, that Jesus wouldn't be telling the truth about him and the rest of his comrades. He's telling the story outside of it as if he would, and placing himself inside of the victim part, when you would be the perpetrator in the story. Eating hummus and shit. This is how delusional. This is how they psych their own minds out to be okay with the craziness that they do. Because this clear man just got on here, and you know what? Again, if you are to believe the theory of Jesus that the clear man gave you, they have every right to compare him to him. However, I just find it fascinating that these people lie to themselves so well and get on here and say, Jesus was here. He would have told those people the truth. Well, we've been telling you crackers the truth since y'all were croutons, and you still can't catch on. Oh, I get it. You catch on. You play stupid because you don't want to catch on. Oh, but the day of reckoning is upon us. Gone are the days where we all this performative shit right here. All this, have fun. The days reckoning upon us, because what we not gonna do is be gaslit for the rest of no. But again, he not talking to us. He talking to the clears, and they clear Jesus. However, I need you guys to understand that the perpetrator will look you in your face and play as if he's not the one hurting you. That's a level of insanity that needs to be freaking studied.
He must make him stop talking. And there's always one guy with the bright idea, and I could just hear him say, I've got an idea. Why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up. That'll fix the problem.
These are the jokes at the clear fumes. Could you imagine somebody telling this joke at a black funeral? Especially, let's say Quan just got shot in the head. Here go Quan laying there. Could you imagine the auntie or the uncle or the cousin or the friend who got up there and said, man, you know, Quan was a good nigga, man. I know a lot of people had a lot to say about him. But one thing about Quan he held his tongue. He never held his tongue. He said what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas, you know, they pop Jesus. So I guess they pop Quan too. Could you imagine the funeral? Girl, that nigga be beat up before he get off the pulpit. What? But this is the crazy dark. Remember, I told you something wrong. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that? Something wrong with him. I told y'all gonna listen to me, and it ain't all the clears. I'm talking about the ones, it might be a lot of them, but I'm talking about these ones in particular in positions of power, them.
And it actually reminds me of my favorite story.
So anyways, they're comparing him to Jesus Christ. And I think that that's a great reference, because if you know the real white Jesus Christ, he was a punk. So I think that that's on cue. I don't see why anybody black would get upset. And let me say this too, Black Americans, black people, period. You have to understand, when that enemy gave you your religion, because you didn't have it, when he gave you your religion and told you the way in which you would practice it, he did it to suit him and harm you. So even though you may be a Baptist and the clears may be Baptist, don't be Jim Crow slow your entire life. And please, at the very least, don't be slavery stupid for the night, okay? They read the same Bible, but get a completely different message. Their God, even though you believe is the same God, is not the same God. I don't care if when you guys meet up and talk, you act like you serve the same God, but the fact of the matter is you don't. This is right on brand for clear Christianity. It was founded upon hatred for Black American people. Just because you've taken portions of it and made it your own and made it suit you does not mean its origins aren't what they are. Whenever they had Klan meetings, Klan rallies, meetings to kill people, hang people, they did it where? At the church. You wonder why they burn crosses in front of the churches, in front of the homes? Because this is their God. The problem is you think that you serve the same God. And that's where you miss the cue. They're not going to correct you and say we don't serve the same God. They're going to let you believe that you serve the same God. And then you're going to sit there over and over asking, well, if we serve the same God, why does God keep allowing them to come do X, Y, and Z? Because you haven't caught on yet. This is on brand for who these people are. I told you, scientifically, they don't have genetic orientations that help them to be feeling or help them to feel for other people. They lack empathy. They're not all the way God-like. They're only human. See, that's the difference. They are human. You are a God-like quality living a human experience. Huge difference. And the more you keep trying to get on their frequency, the further and further away from God you're gonna get. Okay? Then I saw the wife. Child, let me go get the wife. So the wife came on here and I just knew we was gonna get some tears. And can I say that Charlie Kirk had, he looked like his parents could have been second cousins or something. I don't know. He just had a funny, weird, neither here nor there. He just looked funny. I don't know. Let's go get Charlie Kirk's wife. She had a few things to say. So she got on there and said she forgave her killer, which was shocking because you know one thing about the Clears, they only want the niggas to forgive their killers. They don't like when the Clears forgive them. But she came on there and forgave her husband killer. She said to the killer, I apologize. No, she said to the killer, even though you took away the love of my life, I would like to say that I forgive you and I thank you because I just talked to the attorney and the estate's attorney and the amount of money I'm about to get. Me and my churn about to go live good. I'm still young. I'm still cute. I could go get me a new man. Okay, they're gonna take on these kids because these is good, clear, lily white kids. So I can get me another billionaire, another rich one. Okay, I'm gonna get me another rich one, live a new life. Me and my churn, I ain't like him anyway. I loved him, but I didn't like him. So it sounds to me like the wife was saying to the killer, I forgive you because honestly, I didn't realize how something you had going on would help me out in the long run. That's what I got from it. But let's get into it. Long story short, wasn't a tear in sight. That's the point.
Would the president like to see Congress pass a national...
Wait, not that one yet. Stand by, little Lily. Stand by, Lily. Thank you, Miss Lily. Hold on. I want the one at the funeral. We saw that one. Here she goes. Check out.
That young man. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said...
Ooh, she like the clear Lauren London right now. She like the clear Lauren London. Y'all remember how y'all put Lauren London on the pedestal because our baby daddy got killed? I never forgive y'all for that. And this is no shade. I like Lauren London, but her only like the only reason she got put on the pedestal because her baby daddy got killed. So this is the clear version of Lauren London when Nipsey Hussle got killed. Yay! This the Nip and Lauren for the clears. There you go. It just made sense. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I didn't mean to go to you. Pretty profile. Oh, where did I go? Let me go back. I'm telling you, y'all, that was the Nip and Lauren for the clears.
That young man. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Look at all them faces, not one tear. Look, I panned the audience 3-4 times. Look. Look.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
I love this. Let me tell you why. I think that forgiveness is the best tool for the clears. Yes, I do. I think that whenever y'all, God forbid, go through something like this, I think that all the clears should do what Jesus do. WWJD. What would Jesus do? And I think that since Charlie Kirk, old lady, done came out here and forgave his killer, I think that all the clear should do that too. Y'all tell the black people to do it. I think that y'all should forgive him because Jesus would. I'm just saying. Okay. But either way, Charlie Kirk done gone on to glory, y'all. He's gone. The wife running around here acting like she gonna do something about people saying something, and whoop de whoop. The Clears are losing their minds. Everybody went down to the Fune. Was the body there? Who did the body? Who did the body? You know, Clears don't like to hold their bodies because y'all know they turn blank after a few days. Mm-hmm. See, you wonder why Mr. Armenheimer died Tuesday and the funeral was Wednesday morning, because by Thursday evening, me and him the same color. You get it? So I want to know who did the body and was the body there? Now, I didn't get the funeral home. I don't think that matters. But if the body was there, did they ride him around? Like, what did they do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, Clears don't give a damn about none of that, girl. A body, girl, you lucky they ain't burn his ass up and put him in a coffee cup. Girl, y'all lucky they ain't sent Charlie Kirk through that damn machine and put him in a coffee cup up there. Now let's get into this lady talking about how Trump, if he would consider passing a national holiday for Charlie Kirk. And let me say this to y'all. If it's a federal holiday, don't you say nothing. You take your Charlie Kirk day off. Okay? Black people, don't you open your mouth. Don't put your foot so far up your ass to where you ended up kicking your own ass, okay? If they want to do a federal Charlie Kirk holiday, I want to say that I want to vote for it. Because if that's a free day off, then I say give us the day off. We got Mike Day. We got a few days in Martin Luther King. No, what is it? Yeah. I think if it's a federal holiday and it's a free day off, I want to vote for the Charlie Kirk Day. I'm just saying, I think that benefits us all. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get into it. They asking her if Trump would consider making it a holiday. Look.
Would the president like to see Congress pass a national holiday honoring Charlie Kirk annually?
That's an interesting question. I'm sure he wouldn't oppose such a thing, but you can pose that to him yourself next time you get the chance.
Sure.
Nick.
Thank you, Caroline. Would the president like to see...
I think that they should do it. Trump, call me. I think we should do a Charlie Kirk holiday, and I think it should be around a holiday where we don't have a lot of holidays, like August. You know? It's such a mundane period in the month of August. It's just like nothing to look forward to. No holidays. You're just hoping the leaves fall off the trees. So, you know, if you're going to give us a Charlie Kirk Day, I say it should be August. Because we got holidays in, January, February. What we got going on in March? We might have something in March. April, May. We got May, June, July, August. I think August should be Charlie Kirk Day. Oh, yes. I think it should. I think August is the best day or the best month. But either way, y'all, let's just see how the Clears do. You know, they still trying to recover. It's a lot of recovering to do because they lost their Jesus, okay? But we not worried about them. We just laughing and keep keying. You feel me? But, let me get up here. So, the Jimmy Kimmel bit. So y'all saw they had suspended Jimmy Kimmel, right? Because he had said something about Charlie Kirk or whatever the case. Well, now they're saying that he's coming back, Jimmy Kimmel, and they say it was a brief suspension over the comments that he made. But let me say this when it comes down to this. These businessmen bending to the will of how people feel, this is an ongoing cycle that's going to just get worse and worse and worse. The fact of the matter is this. People are going to say things that we don't like. And that's okay. But all it is, even if it's Charlie Kirk or somebody, or even Myron Gaines, all it is calling people jobs and y'all got to stop with all of that. And we got to start being stronger than that. We got to be strong, okay? Now, as it pertains to Jimmy Kimmel, I don't care about his white ass. If they got him about the paint, they got him about the paint. But the point I'm making is this. First of all, the billionaires making sure they bag come first. So you got to know he was coming back. But secondly, the point is, I keep telling y'all, when it comes down to status, race does not matter. Race is a poor man's game. The minute things that we worry about and we freaking out about on our minute levels, these are not even thoughts of imagination that come across the powers that be. What happens is they make decisions at the top that affect those things inadvertently. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes down to Jimmy Kimmel getting pulled, is because when it came to status, Jimmy Kimmel did not outrank the status of the Charlie Kirk. So it was kind of like the same we've been watching all this time, the white on white crime. You will notice if you pay attention to the white on white crime and not just like the fights, you will realize that it's more or less amongst the clears. It's more or less kind of a, in their own version, good versus evil. Not our good versus evil, but if they had to tell the story again, in their minds, they're doing a good versus evil amongst themselves. And in this situation, when it came down to Jimmy Kimmel, he would have been the evil, because, you know, it teeter-totters with these people. He would have been the evil. That's why they got him up out the paint. But money talks, and the old man said, and the old lady said, bullshit walk. So you know he had to come back. But he's going to be very mindful to tiptoe when he come back, because you know you can't just talk out the side of your neck and say what you won't say. Okay, now let's get into it. It says Jimmy Kimmel Live is officially making its return on Tuesday after a short pause in production. The Walt Disney Company announced the late night talk show was temporarily suspended last Wednesday following backlash over comments made on the program that the network deemed ill-timed and insensitive. In a statement released by Disney, the company explained that the decision to halt production was made to avoid escalating a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. We made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation, the statement read. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. The brief decision sparked widespread conversation amongst fans and critics alike, with many debating the balance between comedy and sensitivity in the current cultural climate. Disney has not specified which comments triggered the decision. It says it should have never been taken down to begin with. What do y'all think? Now, let's get into a little bit of, I guess this is what he said. Let's get into it.
Some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
Let me say this. I don't care about Jimmy Kimmel. Because Jimmy Kimmel is that the one, Jimmy Kimmel? Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel was the one during COVID saying that people who don't have the vaccines, amongst others, y'all boy, Lemon Pepper, whatever his name is, he was the one saying that if you don't have the vaccine, you shouldn't be seen down at the hospitals. It was him. It was a whole bunch of them, if I can recall. So I really don't care. I wish they would have fired his ass. I wish they would have hung him at the stake at high noon, not literally, but figuratively. I literally don't care. Don't pick a side in these clears going back and forth. Okay. Now, do I think his speech was wrong? No, but it is what it is. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And now they done packed him up out of there. Now he's only back because them billionaires ain't about to lose their money. Let's really be clear. He's only back because them billionaires ain't about to lose their money. But probably after this season, they probably pack him up out of there. And I wouldn't blame him. When he said that, and a bunch of the other ones, all them other ones that was on there saying, this, that, and the third with COVID, I was like, y'all literally trying to say people should die because we don't want to do what you, because we're smart enough. Hello. So you're saying people who refuse the wax should be refused care because we're smart enough and intelligent enough to independently think. So we should perish? Jimmy Kimmel could lick the blackest part of my ass. Quiet as kept. Okay, period. Pooh. Okay. Let's move on. I'm off that. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Jay New Orleans, hey boo. Hey, thank you for the super sticker. Why my super sticker's not coming up? Let me see. Is it me? It's not coming up. I don't know why it's not coming up. Something wrong with the super stickers. But Jay New Orleans, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what else. I don't know why they're not coming up. And who is this? I can't see it. Black Diamond, thank you for being a new member. And Rondo23, thank you for the super chat. Says you speaking straight facts. Thank you, Rondo. And Mother Tree and Moon, is that who this is? I can't hardly see because it's not showing up on the screen. Yeah, Mother Tree and Moon. Thank you for the super chat. Says wife wasn't saying I forgive you. She said thank you. Listen, if I was Charlie Kirk's wife, listen, and I'm still young and cute, girl, please. Girl, I've been cheating anyway. Me and my new man been trying to figure out how we was gonna do it, how I'm gonna leave him, and y'all done got him up out the paint. Girl, please. Girl. Hurry up and get the funeral over with, honey. Hurry up, please. I have a life to live. God has blessed me. Hurry up and get the funeral over, honey. Just anticipate. Thank you for the super chat. Says, boo, I thought of you when I saw an African do the Chris Brown It Depends challenge. Child, I fell out. Again, we are the blueprint, okay? Without us, they are nothing. Let's get into Cardi. First of all, why was Cardi at the mall with a see-through shirt on and her nipples, her areola is literally this big? Can we start that first? Cardi, get on here. Let me get Cardi on here. I seen this and really, yeah, it really done something to me. Cardi on here, pregnant, child number 4, and she's got on this dress, but the nipples, I don't even know if I can't even show it. I can't even show it. But I'll show you this video. Baby number 4, and here come Belle Khalees. Here come Belle Khalees. Look at her, y'all. Baby number 4 doing the mall tour. She's touring in the mall. I remember back in the day when I was like 16. Remember put a 3 in the chat if you remember back in the day how like you used to go to the mall and get a concert. I remember Monica staying at the mall in New Orleans one time in the food court. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that. See, that was back in the days for you young folks. That was back in the days we used to have stuff like Teen Summit. You know what I'm saying? And what would happen is we would have all these people were celebrities. Let's really be clear. However, you can get a celebrity to come to your mall, and the level of celebrity depending on who coming to your mall. So you're not gonna get like no major, like Michael Jackson not coming to the mall, obviously. But a regular celebrity would definitely come do a tour at the mall. Now, Cardi claims to be on the top of her craft, yet she's at the mall with a see-through dress on with nipples out, twerking. Let's get into the new mother-to-be. Let's get into it, you guys. This is it, mother of 4. Look at her. This is her meet and greet. She doing a meet and greet.
It was like off the best. I was
I know people outside.
I got it. You got it?
This is my song. I had this song for like 5 years, but it's one of my favorite songs. Or nothing.
3, 2, 1. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
niggas ain't doing the numbers that my last did. So hate on me, you feel like last bitch did.
Right here, 3, 2, 1.
Got more money than the niggas that fuck it.
So this is Cardi doing meet and greets in the bike of the mall. She was all over the place for all the fans. Everybody waited in the Victoria's Secret line to get to Cardi. It was a time or whatever the case may be. And this is Cardi pregnant, nipples out for all the world to see. And yeah, this is what we are championing, I guess. But this is the worst part. Hold on.
Period. I'm the fire better. Be my type, please.
3,
Be my next
2,
Just
1.
Bitch, if I paid you to take a picture, if you don't stand your ugly girl, I wish the see that's your problem. Stop giving them people your money and your energy. If I would have paid for this hoe to take a picture with me, and she would have got in that picture and started bending over and acting a fool, I'd have kicked the back of her ass. Get your ass up and stand right next to me. I done paid these people $1,000 to stand next to your crazy ass. Get your ass up. See, security would have had to carry me up out of there. And I want my money back. I don't want no picture of this bitch doing somersaults. Who you think you is? And stop stealing Chris Brown stuff. Everybody's stealing Chris Brown stuff. All y'all trash. All y'all. And look at her. She really, girl.
1.
I guess. Either way. So she gets into it with this girl. What's her name? Chrissy West? Let's get into it. So Cardi B gets into it with people because Cardi, even though she acts like she's sitting at the top, she's really not. She's actually sitting at the bottom in her mind. Okay? So Cardi B reads comments. We know this. We've seen Cardi B, the mega celebrity, respond to people who have 5 followers. Okay, so we know she don't mind responding, and she's hearing the backlash of how stupid she looks to the rest of the world. Because regardless of how much money you have, as a woman, you tell us how you feel about your worth when you continue to fall into stupid shit like this proudly. Okay, now Cardi gets into it with a person because she didn't like the fact that lady feel like, girl, this is not cute. It says Cardi B slams the Reed's Chrissy West for judging her 4th pregnancy. She says, this is my life. This is what Cardi is saying. It says Cardi B standing firm in her truth after Crystal West of the Reed podcast criticized her decision to have a 4th child with NFL player Stephon Diggs shortly after giving birth to her daughter Blossom. Daughter Blossom with estranged husband Offset. Okay. Let's get into what Cardi was saying. Is it an ad playing? I think the ad playing. And that's 7 minutes. We're not getting into all that, but we'll get into a little bit of it. But it goes on to say, and we're going to get back up there, but it goes on to say, maybe because you have so much money, it's not really hitting you because other people are doing so much of the actual day-to-day child care work, West said on a recent podcast or episode of the podcast. She added that Cardi has an assortment of nannies raising her children. Didn't I tell y'all? Cardi didn't hold back in the now viral Twitter space on Monday. The rapper responded to the backlash, particularly West claims that Cardi's wealth shielded her from realities of parenting. Let me stop here first. Cardi's wealth absolutely shielded her from the reality of parenting. Cardi ain't got to get up out the bed by herself at 3 a.m. and make no bottles, change diapers. Cardi got a staff and people waiting. Cardi don't have to worry about how she gonna pack up a baby, get the baby bag ready, get all the stuff in the car, get the stuff in the car with the baby, get the baby in the car, settle the baby, strap them down, drive to the place, get out the car, pull the stuff out the car, put the baby in the car, the baby crying, he done peed on himself, he done threw up, I gotta get a receiving blanket, wipe his face, I'm late for this appointment. Cardi don't know about none of that. She don't know about none of that. So her money absolutely shields her from the realities of parenting because those are the reality of parenting. Anybody who says that Cardi is having a normal parenting experience, you are a fool and you are lying to yourself and nobody else. Cardi, I told y'all, I believe she don't hardly spend no time with them kids. The reason I say that is because every time we see her, she don't have the kids. 99% of the time is wheeling and rapping and bitching about either a nigga or this album. That right there within itself tells me that Cardi does not have a close personal relationship, or at least she's not spending close personal relationship time with her kids on a day-to-day basis. Because if she was, when she go live, you would see and or hear them in the background all the time. But I told y'all that when she was pregnant, crying and screaming, talking about he know how insecure she was. What did I tell y'all? I said, where the kids at? While she on Twitter Spaces screaming and hollering behind Offset, talking about how insecure he knows she is, who got the rest of her kids? I remember I said that. And I said then, she probably ain't dealing with them kids. That's why she's got a big enough house to go up to one side, scream, freak out, and pole culture creation and couture could just be over there with the nanny. This is the uncomfortable truth that y'all don't want to admit out loud. She does not have a normal, natural experience of parenting. She will never have it, not with all that money. And that's the fact. And if Cardi feels some type of way about it, it's because it's the truth. Truth hurts. This is what Cardi says. This is my life and this is my decision, she said. And one thing about it, I do not regret my kids, not none four of them, as she shouldn't. She should never regret her kids. She said she empathized her involvement in her children's lives. She said, y'all see the type of mom that I am? No, we don't. Actually, we never see the type of mom that you are. The only time we see the type of mom that Cardi is for Christmas. When you decorate the whole house and you go viral for putting up some produced video of Offset standing at the bottom of the stairs in the children playing in the winter wonderland with tacos on the stove in the kitchen. We have not seen you parents. We have seen you with your kids. We have not seen Cardi parents. That's the God's honest truth. We see Cardi more or less going crazy about these niggas than her kids. So then she goes on to say, y'all see the type of mom that I am. I don't play about that title. I take that title very seriously. And that's the problem. More people care about the title than the actual job. Don't let that go over your head. In response to accusations that she's causing trauma to her kids, she said, don't bring my kids up to prove no point of yours. If you're so concerned about kids, be an ACS worker. Well, didn't they just call them over there and you was on here crying? What do you want? Cardi dismissed West, comparing her to Nick Cannon, saying, all my kids live in the same house. You can't compare me to Nick. Oh, yes, I can. You know why? Because just like Nick, you're going to have a whole bunch of kids that can't get your time. Because remember, you're still a celebrity. You still got a job to do on the internet. So absolutely, whether they in the same house or not, you will not be able to fully devote enough time to 4 kids and have a full-time career. I get it. Most Black women don't like to be told that they can't do everything. And we can. We can do anything we put our minds to. But if we're honest with ourselves, what we have to be honest with is some things are going to fall by the wayside. And with Cardi and probably the contract she signed, she don't get to put her children above the label at all. Okay? So don't say, if y'all care so much about kids, call ACS because y'all see how I am with my kids. We don't see nothing. Every time we see you, you crying about a nigga. You look weak. Like, and getting pregnant, you ain't no different from the hood chick. You the regular hood chick who everybody wanted to smash until everybody smashed her and realized she just as ditzy and crazy as the rest of them. Now she got babies by all these niggas who got name in the hood and no, none of them niggas want her. Maybe one of them might do something for the kids. That's what Cardi is. The average hood girl who we all looked up to, thought was going to be fine and this, that, and the third. And you turn out, she'll crash out like the rest of these hoes. Period. Then it goes on to say, Cardi dismissed West, comparing her to Nick Cannon, saying, all my kids live in the same house. You can't compare me to Nick Cannon. Addressing her split from Offset, she revealed, it was more than just cheating. I had to go to a hospital because I couldn't take it no more, but you bringing another baby in. Got it. Ending on a powerful note, she said, I'm not going to regret my kids because of y'all. Don't let nobody tell you about your shit. And she's right. She should not regret any of her kids, regardless. But that's not what we're saying. We're not talking about the kids. We're talking about Cardi's poor decision making is what we're discussing here. Cardi is a quote unquote millionaire. Y'all the only ones think that these millionaires are very, very intelligent. The fact of the matter is this. You got all the way to where you are and dropped the ball. In our minds, you're a failure. Let's get into a little bit of what Cardi said.
And y'all see the type of mom that I am. You have an opinion about my personal life? Cool. But do not bring my motherhood. I don't play about that title. I take that title very seriously. I don't play about culture. I don't play about wave. I don't play about blossom. And I don't play about baby brim. I call my baby brim. We call the baby brim. I don't play about them fours. I love them. Every kick I love. I start falling in love with my babies when they inside me. Don't bring.
And can I say this too? Do you guys know that being pregnant is an addiction too? I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a real thing. There are women who are addicted to being pregnant because of the feeling that it gives them, the connection to the baby. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of women, especially in the hood, are addicted to being pregnant because they're addicted to the thrill that that baby could possibly keep them connected to the man. I believe, and I'm not no doctor, but I believe Cardi might have a little mixture of the two. Like, she loves being pregnant. I believe that Cardi might like being pregnant because it fills a void that she doesn't have, or that she have when she's not pregnant. Because you got to keep in mind, Cardi probably can't find love externally, and she refuses to go internally. So what a person like that typically would do is try to fill the voids where they don't have it. So what somebody like Cardi would do is, where can I find where I'm wanted? Some people turn to alcohol. Some people turn to drugs. Some people turn to sex. Some people turn to pregnancy. It's a real thing. Now, I'm not saying that that's what Cardi doing, but I'm saying it's giving those teas. Because, girl, you literally just dropped the baby. You didn't even give yourself an opportunity to process your divorce, and you pregnant again? Oh, yeah, that's giving addiction, Fefe. You looking for something that is already in you, and you looking outside of you. She gonna be pregnant again because she got money. Think about it in Cardi mind. It ain't like I'm gonna need nobody to help me pay nothing. I got enough money. If I want to have 12 kids, I can. That's the same mentality Nick Cannon has. She's exactly like Nick. The only difference between her and Nick is all her kids under the same roof. That's it. But you got to keep in mind, she's a celebrity. She ain't with them kids all the time. They say Kiki Wyatt, definitely.
Bring my kids up to prove no point of yours. Don't tell me, people, now I'm seeing people talking about the trauma that I'm bringing. Trauma to these kids, these kids. And you know what's so funny about my kids? They are all so close. They are all so close. And they're going to continue being close.
Probably because they all they got. Could you imagine being a child? Put yourself in the shoes of them children. So many people in and out your mama house all day long. You got chefs, you got nannies, you got housekeepers, you got groundskeepers. It's just a plethora of mother pluckers in and out all day long. If I had siblings, I would be hella close to my sibling too, because this is the only sense of knowing and home that I have. Everybody around this motherfucker is a worker. Could you imagine being in that type of environment? Of course they close. They should be close. Hell, the Menendez brothers are close. But it's not about money. If you're not there to put the time in with them kids, they're going to be just as bad as if they grew up with no money.
A nigga not being in the house don't change shit. They don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? You will know that if you have your own, but you don't. So since you don't have your own, don't talk about what's going on in nobody else's home. If you so concerned about kids, be an ACS worker. There's a lot of kids that's going through a lot of shit. Believe that. And if you want to talk about, oh, you got 4 kids, how you gonna manage having 4 kids? There's women that only got 1 kid and they cannot even manage. There's bitches that got 1 kid and have to get their kids away because they cannot manage. For whatever reason. If you're so concerned about that, be concerned about that. But I'm having 4 kids because I know I can take care of them. I already take care of my 3. I'm not even spazzing out. It's just like, never in my life have anybody ever spoken about my motherhood. And now because I'm having a baby with another man, all of a sudden it's crazy.
Cardi is missing the point. And I think she's doing this on purpose. This helps her sleep at night. Cardi, nobody don't care about you having 4 kids. Everybody know you could take care of 4 kids. But the people who are talking about you having 4 kids understand that more mouths to feed means more responsibility. And as a celebrity, you don't have the time to permit or give to those children. Don't act like they just gonna have everything that they need. There's somewhere they're going to fall by the wayside. People really think money is the root. Like, people really think that's all you need is money. Cardi, you look a fool. Nobody don't care that you're pregnant. People feel like the way that you went about it is one thing, but then for how you celebrating it as if you in the right, girl, you look a hot ass mess. With your money and makeup and glam, you still look a hot ass mess. Nobody, and God don't bless no mess, so nobody gonna bless that, girl.
All of a sudden, it's crazy. How many baby moms, baby daddy, do y'all mamas have? And guess what? Even if your baby mamas have have different baby daddies, I bet they some good ass moms too. The fuck?
Girl.
I really don't like when people downplay moms, bro, because we go through so much shit. Whether you have one kid, whether you fucking working in McDonald's, whether you with a man or not, like, there's that us moms, we go through a lot of fucking shit, and y'all never fucking come to these fuck ass daddies.
I don't like that she's using the average woman's struggle, trying to make it like it's something that they share together, because we don't. Life is nowhere near the same for Cardi as it is for the average woman who work at McDonald's and don't get help from her baby daddy. I hate that. And this is what they do to get you to connect your energy. Because most women can identify with the fact that I've gone through a rough time with me and my churn. You feel what I'm saying? And ain't nobody helped me. Most women could sit down and say it was a point in time, it was just me and my churn. You see what I'm saying? And I had to make it through. Cardi don't have them type of issues. She don't. Emotionally, yes. Financially and physically, no. But she's going to put herself in that to make it seem like she's living that and having that situation. And it's not the case. But this is what she does to extract energy for all the Barty gang. Stop giving her your energy.
And then for you to compare me to Nick Cannon, I don't get in Nick Cannon business, but let me tell you something. All my kids live in the same house, and they are raised by a person, and that's me. I raise my kids. You can't compare me to Nick Cannon. I don't got 12 different baby daddies. I got 3 kids with one baby dad, and I'm going to have a new baby with another man. Let's be very clear. Don't not compare me to Nick Cannon. All my kids live in the same house. All of them. They all got the different rooms. My kids' room look like a palace. Wave room look like a palace. Culture room like a palace. Blossom room is beautiful. My new baby room is gonna be beautiful. And guess what? Every night they want to sleep in the same bed. All my kids live in one house, not separated. Why are you comparing me to Nick Cannon when Nick Cannon got multiple 12, whatever I don't even know how many baby moms he have. I have one baby dad right now. 3 kids, one with a husband that I was with. I separated. Stop telling me, oh, well, why you separated from a cheater to go to somebody else? Because I was tired of that relationship. It's more than just cheating. That's the thing that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know half of the shit. Y'all don't know.
So make it make sense. You left one relationship because he was cheating. Went to another relationship where he cheating. But then when people say, well, that doesn't make sense, Cardi. Why leave one cheating relationship to go to the next? You gonna double back and say, oh, it's not just about cheating. Well, what is it, bitch? You've been crying for the last 4-5 years about that nigga cheating. Cheating. We got a few insecurities in there, but for the most part, you went from cheating to cheating to cheating to cheating. Everything you've always talked about is Offset cheating. As a matter of fact, most women hate Offset because you've come on here on many occasions to tell us this nigga cheating. Now you leave one cheater to go with the cheater to the 10th power. And when people ask you, why are you making counterproductive decisions? You want to double back and be like, oh no, it ain't counterproductive. It's different. Because it's not just about cheating. You moving the goalposts. You got caught. It's okay. You got caught up.
Most of the shit. It's more than just cheating. It was a lot. I couldn't take it no more. I had to go to a fucking hospital because I couldn't take it no more. A hospital. You have managers when you have a management and you have a label. When your management and your label is getting together because they are concerned, it's time to go. When it's affecting your work, when you can't even record, it's time to go. And I left. And I left. God damn. I don't know. I just feel like I've been so happy for this pregnancy, and I've been so motivated. I've been pregnant, and I've been motivated, and I've been getting the work because every single day I wake up motivated. I wake up happy. If shit is good, I get a thrill. I'm not gonna let none of y'all take that thrill from me, and I'm not gonna make y'all make me feel like I'm gonna regret my. I'm not gonna regret my kids because of y'all and because of you. Like, for y'all to be talking about the well-being of my kids, the well-being of my kids, what? Do you see how them kids live? For my last two babies, 2 weeks after I give birth, I be in Paris on Fashion Week. Y'all have never said nothing.
Well, I didn't know, because if I would have known, I would have said something rockhead. First and foremost, having beautiful rooms and money is not all you need to raise children. Why do we have this mindset? Like, girl, your children have beautiful rooms, but that doesn't mean anything. Somebody said she should have just stayed with Offset. I ain't gonna hold you. If I was gonna have 4 kids, I'd probably let them spin the block and skeet off in me one more time. At least that'll kill the awkwardness between the children. If I already had 3, you feel me? And I might want to pop one more. Come on, spin the block, skeet off in me one more time, so all these children could look alike, and I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to do no explaining at the end. Because everybody gonna grow up wanting to know why the baby boy look different from the rest of the boys. Come on, skeet around here one more time so all these children could look alike with the same last name. That's what she should have did. Okay? But you went from one cheater to the next, and you think that you getting away from the cheater, the first cheater, is going to help you. It's going to hurt you because you're not healing, Cardi, and you're going to a worse cheater than that. Listen, I told y'all, not offset, that boy gonna send her through there. And it's the worst. Stephon Diggs ain't gonna have to do nothing. He's actually not gonna be present online that much. She's gonna crash out on her own. His silence is gonna make her crash out more because Offset do it. Check him out.
If I feel like I had an unhealthy pregnancy, I would tell people to move my tour. I feel great. I feel healthy. These past 3 days, I've been meeting thousands of people in a day. And I've been taking pictures one by one. And I feel great. Today is my 4th day doing it. And I feel great. And I'm up. And I'm hype.
Any woman pregnant working like this is not working because she want to do it. She working because they told her she has to. Okay? No pregnant woman won't be running around taking pictures with random people. Enough for somebody to have COVID or something, get me sick. You know what I'm saying? Promotion.
I'm okay. I promise my fans I'm going to give them the greatest tour. And that's exactly what I'm going to do while I'm being the greatest fucking motherfucking mother. And to y'all moms out there, don't let nobody fucking tell y'all about y'all shit. Word 2. Don't let nobody tell you about y'all shit.
Word
now
2.
Loading a sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meat.
Do word to me, word to my mother? Because you know, y'all used to say that in New York. I used to love when y'all used to say that. Word to mom. No, not word to mom. How they used to say it? Word to mother. Whatever y'all used to be saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the point. Heavy boo people. The point is this. Cardi took an L. And that's okay. Cardi. But don't get on here and gaslight us to make us believe you didn't take the L. We saw you take. We were there. We watched when you took the L. Just take it. Nobody's telling you to come on in and say that somebody wants you to disrespect or not disrespect. Then nobody's saying that they want you to disregard your churn. Ain't nobody said that. Nobody wants you to be ashamed of your churn. Nobody said that. What we saying is you is a duck, duck, goose, okay? You slow as a turtle. Yeah, you're slow. You're stupid. And most women in your position would have never made the decisions that you made. But it goes to show us that mentality supersedes any level of success, because you could be the most successful person this side of the Mississippi. But if you got the mentality of a gutter snipe, that is who you will be. Period, point blank. Okay? Period, poo. But yeah, Cardi is going to try to defend this, and we're not buying it. Cardi, you still look a mess. It is what it is. You still look a mess. What you want me to do? Okay? You guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do so. I think I missed Rochelle, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Beautiful. She says, hi, boo. Love the live. Thank you so much. And thank you. And Cookie MC, thank you for the super chat. Or thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you. Y'all, we ain't gonna have a long live today because I am late, but I had to get this man. I told you to do some shelving in my house. So with that being said, I got to get off of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Don't be Cardi. Please, if whatever you do, be anybody but Cardi. You get it? With that being said, I'm going to get up off of here. Take care of each other and do your genealogy, people. I love y'all. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.